Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Mrs. Emmett. I'm just making a quick video for our assembly this afternoon, and I just wanted to say that I have really enjoyed coming into all the classes today and seeing all the lovely Halloween activities and the things that you've been doing. As you know, lots of the kids like to dress up for Halloween and the adults are no exception. So I usually come as a witch, and I thought that was maybe a wee bit boring and a bit predictable, so I thought I would dress up as one of the most awful head teachers I think I have ever seen, Mrs. Trunchbull from Matilda. She's such a horrible head teacher that when she gets angry with the kids, she grabs them by the pigtails, flings them over her head and throws them over the school fence. I would never do that to any of you guys. But I thought I would dress up just for a wee bit of fun today, and thank you to everybody that's come over and said that they liked my fancy dress outfit today. Just wanted to say that I really appreciate you all staying safe this week. Thank you to all of you who have been following our rules to keep everybody safe. Some of the older children that have been watching the news will have heard that Dundee is now in Tier 3, which means we have to all be really, really careful to follow all of our COVID rules. So we'll be talking a wee bit more about that next week, just to keep everybody safe. So from Mrs. Trunchbull and Mrs. Emmett, wherever she is, just wanted to say have a lovely weekend when it comes. I know that many of you will not be allowed to go out round the houses and go and guys in, but I hope you enjoy all the Halloween activities we've had today in school, and I'm sure your mums and dads will have thought up some things for you to do on Halloween at home. So enjoy your weekend everybody, see you later.
And welcome to Freaky Friday. Yeah, Freaky Friday. Now, Freaky Friday is all about Halloween because tomorrow, Saturday, is Halloween. And usually we would do some interesting stuff at Halloween. But I'm going to explain a little bit more about what Halloween is all about and why we actually do it. So, I forgot. Dzień dobry. Konnichiwa. Goeiemorgen. Guten Tag. How's it going? How's your week been? Have you had a good week? What about you? What about you? Are you? Good week? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. So, we've got information about Halloween. We have Stars of the Week. We have some information about an amazing thing that the Parent Council organised for us. We also have shout out, and we also have a wee bit of information that I need to share with you. So stick with us kids, because my living room on a Thursday night is the place to be. So the information that I need to tell you, it's absolutely amazing. Now, a few weeks ago, you might remember that the nursery play space was vandalised. And they really made a terrible mess. The police were involved and all the rest of it. So the Parent Partnership, they thought they needed to do something to help. So what they did was they set up a crowdfunding page. And that crowdfunding page was open, and there was actually a company donated £500. Yep, 500. Norman Jameson haulage. So thank you very much for that, the people at Norman Jameson. Really, really appreciate it. But on top of all that, we got even more money. And this week, the Parent Partnership gave me a cheque for a whopping, drum roll, £1,168.30, that was nearly four fingers, 39 pence. So get your teachers to write that on the board. £1,168.39. Every single person who has donated to the crowdfunding, we absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so very much. You've no idea how much it means to us to actually get that support in the community. So once we've actually replaced stuff, bought stuff, I will absolutely share the information here. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. This weekend is, of course, Halloween. Tomorrow is Halloween. Now, Halloween is all about spooky things and skeletons and woo, all that sort of thing. Did anybody jump there? Sorry if you jumped, but you know me, I just like doing these things. Now, I'm going to see if I can find a wee clip for today's assembly of a programme that when I was a child, I absolutely loved. And it was called Rent to Ghost. Okay, yep, I've just given away my age there to anyone who does remember Mr. Claypool and Nadia Popov. These were two of the main characters. And of course, we can't forget Dob and the Donkey. I'm going to see if we can find a wee clip. But it was really, really good fun. And Halloween is really, really good fun. But there is a story behind it and a message behind it. So, I'm not going to witter on anymore about Rent to Ghost and Mr. Claypool and Nadia Popov and Mistress Meeker. I'm going to carry on and explain what Halloween is all about. Don't we just always associate it with pumpkins, ghosts, spooky things? A lot of folks seem to think zombies. Not quite sure how that comes in, but it's all about spooky things. Can you think of any other things that you would think of when you think of Halloween? What other things are there? Talk to your partner. Now, this slide is about a festival called Sowing, and it's believed that Halloween came from the Celtic festival that was called Sowing, and it marks the end of harvest. And harvest, if you think back to October time, that's where we celebrated all the harvest and all the crops being brought in and the final assembly of the year. So it's about being thankful for what has been given to you in terms of what has grown. But Halloween actually has a meaning. All Hallows Eve is really what it's all about. And this is when the spooky people are meant to meet the real people. And originally the word hallow meant holy person. So, likes of Nathan, he's a holy person. He would be referred to as a hallow. But it was believed that All Hallows Eve, as I say, that's when the spooky world and the real world were the closest. And this meant that the spirits could revisit Earth. So people who had already died could come back and visit the Earth. But did you know, let's have a look, did you know that actually All Saints' Day, which happens the day after Halloween, and that's where the saints, the good and the bad, the line becomes a bit blurred on the night of Halloween. But it was actually one of the most holiest men at that time in the whole world who decided to move Halloween to the 1st of November. Not Halloween, sorry, All Saints' Day to the 1st of November, so that it would be at the same time or the day after Halloween, All Hallows Eve. So, some of the things that we get up on All Hallows Eve or Halloween. It wasn't really about going trick or treating. That's not what it was about. It was about remembering the people who had died, remembering those who had passed away, and a time for us to think about those folk and remember them. As many people believed that the spirit world was close to the natural world on Hallows Eve, they thought, how are the spirits going to know if I am actually dead or I'm alive? And what if they realise I'm alive and they do something that isn't very nice? So that's why people started dressing up, so that the spirits wouldn't know who was alive and who wasn't. So it would stop the spirits from harming them. So that's why we do fancy dress. But did you know that sometimes there used to be special bonfires lit, and people thought that the flames and the smoke and the ashes had protective and cleansing powers that would help them live better lives. So Halloween today, Talk to your partner. Tell them the kind of things we do for Halloween today. So, did you come up with any of these? Let's have a look. There's pumpkin carving, trick-or-treating, apple bobbing, well, if you're Scottish, it's apple duking, or duking for apples, and dressing up in spooky costumes. When it comes to trick-or-treating now, when we were kids, when I was wee, it wasn't a pumpkin that you carved, it was a turnip, and you had a turnip lantern. We didn't go out trick-or-treating, we went guising. We duked for apples, and yes, we dressed up in spooky costumes. But over here, Halloween's become quite American, and that's where the trick-or-treating thing comes in. But I want you to have a think about some of the things that you would do if you went trick-or-treating. We can't go trick-or-treating this year. So when you knock on the door and you go trick-or-treat, what would be some of the things that you would do? Go. So there might have been telling jokes, there might have been singing songs, there might have been playing tricks on people. But not everyone likes people coming to the door for trick or treat. So I want you to think about this. Who might not like having people to do trick or treat on their doorsteps? And what should you remember when trick or treating? So in your groups and with your teacher, have a chat about those two questions. So the symbols of Halloween. I spoke at the start of this a little bit about witches and gravestones and all these sort of spooky things. But there are four main things that really, when you think of Halloween. So we have witches. What is it about witches that make us think about Halloween, or Halloween makes us think about witches? Well, witches are women thought to have special and healing powers. So they're a bit spooky, a little bit freaky. Ghosts, well, that's the whole spirits thing. That's the folk who have passed away and have come back to earth on that night. Pumpkins and lanterns, well, they're used to frighten away the unwelcome spirits. So if you put your pumpkin lantern on your doorstep, it'll make sure that there's no horrible spirits get in. And the scarecrow, they are meant to show the end of harvest. Now, Halloween is celebrated in different ways all over the world. One big celebration called the Day of the Dead, that happens in central and southern Mexico. There's a special day called the Day of the Dead, and it begins on the 31st of October and it lasts for 3 whole days. It's believed that the gates of heaven open at midnight and all the souls of loved ones who have passed away are allowed to visit the earth. It's actually quite a nice thought. These people that you've lost get to come back and visit. A great festival begins to welcome them and celebrate being together again. Now, if ever you've watched the film of Coco, called Coco, that's what it's all about. It's about the Day of the Dead, and Coco dresses up to get in to try to meet who he thinks is his father. So really, really good movie there. That's the Day of the Dead. And one of the things about Day of the Dead is these fantastic masks. Some of you have maybe created some of them this week in class, but the masks that look like that, they come from the Day of the Dead idea. So you might be a wee bit surprised to think that Halloween is actually about a celebration of life and the welcome of those who have passed into the next world, rather than it being about scaring people. It's just become one of these things where you scare people and you go, boo! It'll scare you. Halloween had very different meanings and it's celebrated differently all around the world, like all festivals are celebrated differently. So, originally, it was a day designed not to be scary, but a time to welcome back the spirits of loved ones and also to say goodbye to the spirits of enemies. So as you're celebrating today, think about it's actually not meant to be scary, it's meant to be fun and it's meant to be a celebration. So let's not scare each other, let's have lots of fun, and if you do have parties with your family, enjoy. And hopefully next year you'll be able to get on the costumes and you'll be able to go out trick-or-treating. So happy Halloween, everyone. Arrgh!
And now, BBC One, Rent a Ghost.
If your mansion house needs haunting, just call Rent a Ghost. We've got spooks and ghouls and freaks and fools at Rent a Ghost. Hear the Phantom of the Opera sing a haunting melody. Remember, what you see is not a mystery, but Rent a Ghost.
Mr. Claypole, I wanted to help you finish tidy. Mr. Claypole, I bet that lazy blight has sloped off for 40 winks. Dobbin! But don't stand there like that. You look like a hunting trophy. I want Mr. Claypole. Fetch, boy, a fetch! Oh, Mr. Claypole!
Oh, I was merely replenishing my psychic energy.
Well, now you've replenished it, you can help to finish tidying this room.
Oh, but first I have another task to complete. I must once more try to move the motor vehicle that McWitch and I placed inside your neighbour's house last week.
No, there have been too many mistakes. Until you make absolutely sure that spell is right, that car stays where it is.
Rose, there's something we've got to face up to. I was the only one with the car keys, and therefore it must have been me that brought that car into the sitting room. Now, how I drove it through that door, I can't imagine. But what really worries me is the fact that I don't remember doing it.
Arthur, are you saying that Dr. Newman could be right, that you're doing all these dreadful things without realizing it?
Oh, not just me. You've forgotten? Well, the other evening when I accidentally dropped my hat, you leapt up and sang 3 choruses of Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. Everybody in the church was staring at us.
Well, they stared even more when you produced a white rabbit out of the hat. You've been doing it incessantly, ever since Dr. Newman visited us. I mean, look. Arthur, I'm going to phone him. We need help.
I don't know why you had to bring Junction Box Jeremy in to help. He usually drinks more than he cleans.
Housework is no job for a sprite of my caliber.
You're right, it's a job for someone with brains. All right, go to the office and tell McWitch to...
A bit of a moan, actually. Didn't have a moan last week, so you're not doing too badly, but I've got to have a bit of a moan because some people in our school have forgotten about treating others with kindness and respect, and I'm really, really sad to say that some people have forgotten to treat the adults with kindness and respect. And I was actually made aware of a situation this week where some of the children were actually swearing at the adults in the playground. Bad swears. Okay, really, really bad ones. Guys, it's unacceptable. Every single person, an adult that is in that school that is there to help you, is somebody's mum, somebody's auntie, somebody's granny, somebody's sister, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, somebody's son. Every single person that works with you in the school is special to somebody else. Now, if you don't want people to speak badly to the people that you love, please don't speak badly to the people that other folk love, because every single one of us is special to somebody. So please, let's sort out the foul mouths. There's no need for it. Everybody swears. Everybody can swear. It's about knowing when the right time to do it is. And speaking to any adult in our school, that is not the right time to do it.
Shout out time.
Stars of the Week. So our first star of the week goes to Lacey in P5H for learning extra facts about Mary Queen of Scots and showing lots of enthusiasm. Well done, Lacey. Next one, Aubrey 1C for always showing enthusiasm and putting 100% effort into learning tasks. Well done, Aubrey. Then we have Miller in P1G for making good choices even when it was challenging to do so. Well done, Miller. Rory B in P2S for excellent throwing and catching in PE. Well done, Rory. Matthew in 2W for giving 100% of effort in all lessons. Matthew, that's great to hear. Well done. Lily in P6M for an excellent effort in bike ability. Well done to Lily. Mer in P3C for an excellent effort in ICT. Well done, Mer. Then we have Josh in P5B for an excellent effort in all lessons this week and great results in maths. Absolutely delighted, Josh. Well done. Carson in P5H for a positive attitude towards learning. Well done, Carson. And we have Neve in P3SP for being helpful, enthusiastic with her learning and working hard. Great news, Neve. Well done. Liam in P1G for being engaged in his learning and showing pride in his work. Absolutely delighted to hear it, Liam. Well done. Then we have Grace in P3C for working really hard on her sounds and handwriting this week. Well done, Grace. Erin in P6S for persevering with her maths and learning a new skill. Well done, Erin. Then Mihal in P4D for having a positive week and being very enthusiastic about his tasks. Great news, Mihal. Well done. Lucy in P5B, this is Mrs. Fimister, for listening really well, following instructions and being a star. Well done, Lucy. Then Emily in P7DS for being an exceptional learner and always giving 100%. Well done, Emily. Ruben in P7C for always trying his hardest and being kind and polite. I couldn't agree more. Well done, Ruben. Tyler in P4B for a positive attitude towards his learning and working exceptionally hard all week. Well done, Tyler. Really proud of you. And the final one for this week is Miss Scott. She has a very special birthday this weekend. So I would just like to wish Miss Scott a very happy birthday from all of us at Downfield.
Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our first House Points reveal of the new school year. We have our new house captains, vice captains and pupil voice champions with us today. Give us a wave. Oh, lovely. And in a moment, we will reveal the house points that have been collected so far this year. First of all, I would ask all staff and remind all staff to try and give out as many points as you possibly can if you see positive behaviour around the school. Also, as of now, our house captains, vice captains and pupil voice champions, they are now allowed to give children they see behaving well a house point as well. So that's fantastic. More points for us to collect next month. Okay, without further ado, we're going to reveal this month's house points totals. We'll have a drum roll, please. Afric, 138 points. Excellent. Drum roll. Bervie, 134 points. Oh, it's looking close. Clover, 142. Well, Devon, it's up to you. Last one, drum roll. 146. So the winning house for this month, step forward please, Devon. Congratulations to them, and as you can see by the totals, folks, it's very, very close. So keep performing those positive behaviour acts, and if your staff see them and your house captains and vice captains and pupil voice champions see you doing these acts, you will be rewarded with house points as well. Okay, fantastic. Well done, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I really want to apologise because all through assembly today, I didn't realise, I'm filming this on my phone, and I didn't realise that I was getting notifications as it was all coming through. So now that it's all recorded, I apologise if you've been hearing text messages and emails coming through. Because if there's been a lot of text messages, it'll be all your teachers letting me know who the star of the week is so as I can put it all together. So, apologies.
It's Halloween night, not a soul inside. I hear footsteps, who's that coming? I see a ghost, oh no! I see a ghost, run! I see a ghost, it's Halloween night, not a soul inside. I hear footsteps, who's that coming? I see a zombie, oh no! I see a zombie, look out! I see a zombie, it's Halloween night, not a soul inside. I hear footsteps, who's that coming? I see a vampire, oh no! I see a vampire, I see a vampire. It's Halloween night, not a soul inside. I hear footsteps, who's that coming? I see a witch, oh no! I see a witch, save me! I see a witch! It's Halloween night, not a soul inside. I hear footsteps, who's that coming? I see a skeleton, oh no! I see a skeleton, hide! I see a skeleton, ha 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 ha.
See you next week, guys.